notice there's a spider toe knife in there, and there's a knot guide, and a few other little things in those battle boxes.
Yeah, they kind of hooked us up.
Yeah, there's a lot of useful stuff in there.
This fire is looking a little weak. I blame Kyle.
So we do have a fire and more firewood. Maybe not as much as we need, but definitely more firewood.
Oh, we have a lot of wood.
So what is the rule on burning plastic then?
There isn't one.
Flammable.
Don't tell
Then you throw it in the fire.
Fuel is fuel.
Yes. Are you not familiar with freedom, motherfucker?
No.
Welcome to
Nobody
America.
tells us what we can burn. As long as you're not throwing like railroad ties or tires on the fire, they don't seem to mind too much.
And tires are still okay if nobody's looking.
Go railroad ties.
I don't know about railroad ties.
What are railroad ties?
So the track for a train, it sits on these boards that run perpendicular to the direction of the train, and they're like black boards.
You're a genius at storytelling.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a better way of like.
They're really thick. They're like 12 foot by 8 inches, and they're coated with like tar and creosote and just they're.
So really bad things to put on a fire, basically.
Yeah, they're coated in such a way that you can lay them on the ground for 30 years without rotting.
Highly carcinogenic when burned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
And,
for railroad tracks, not good for fires.
I use them for to hold up my targets to shoot with, and then we shot a propane bottle the other day and it exploded right next to them. And they didn't catch on fire, but they started smoldering. And they had smoldered before, and they always went out. So I just left, and I came back 2 days later, and they had all burnt down to the fucking ground. It's like 3 hours of hard labor that I'm going to have to do to replace them. It's digging holes with post hole diggers and installing cross ties and using a tractor to manipulate them. It's not happening.
Wait, what now? Tell me more about this tractor. What brand tractor will be you using?
I'm using the John Deere.
John Deere? John Deere what? There's a lot of John Deeres out there.
It's a 55 horsepower.
Holy fuck, 55 horsepower.
Way
Are you sure you
more
got
than
big
me.
enough cock for that? Do you need me to come over?
You could lift the corner of a house with it if need be. Somehow.
Does it have a front end loader?
Yeah.
That's a good tractor to have. Is it your father's tractor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's in the same class, 45 horsepower, but that kind of stuff.
He's got 2 front end loaders and like an old Ford that is kind of like a plowing tractor, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. I thought about getting one of those for Colin to step up his Movengers game. This is before the zero turn.
Yeah.
And I had him drive my tractor, and he just wasn't good at it. And it was clear that I was doing something unsafe.
Yeah.
You know, if something goes wrong. Those tractors are powerful.
We had this discussion.
Yeah, yeah. It was actually you who inspired. Shortly after we talked, I was like, Colin, let's go outside. And I had him drive my tractor while I stood on the platform. And he just, there's a lot there. They drive kind of like a car, except mine's manual, right? So imagine a stick shift, 4-speed. In addition to that, another stick shift that's forward and reverse. In addition to that, a third stick shift that's high, medium, low. And you're just working all that. And he wasn't ready for it.
Plus 2 accelerators.
Why is there 2 accelerators?
One for the PTO shaft.
Well, mine has a pedal that accelerates, and it also has a handle so that you can.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. That's a good point. There's a pedal like the car, the throttle, and then there's another hand-operated throttle too. And that'll be tricky because you pull the hand throttle up to fast, you press the pedal, you let go of the pedal, hand's still keeping you going.
Yeah.
So
When you sit on a piece of equipment like that, and everything's fine, and you're sitting there peacefully by yourself, it's like, yeah, of course, high, medium, low, 1 through 4, blah, 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 and it's all simple. But if you ever get in a pinch, if you're ever like, if anything gets out of hand, you've got to make a quick reaction or something, it's like, fuck, A, B, C, D, oh, God damn it, no. Things could go bad.
that's how it is with motorcycles too. Like, it doesn't take you long to know how to operate a motorcycle safely. But I feel like it's 100, 200, 500 hours before you instinctively operate a motorcycle, right? Someone pulls out in front of you, it's like clutch in, pedal down, brake in. You know, these in a car, I'm sure you have that. If someone pulls out in front of you, you're instantly like, you know, doing your thing. Yeah. But in a motorcycle, well, I guess you wouldn't have that. You're new to them. So, yeah, all that stuff you gotta to manage without thinking it through.
Yeah.
On the streets of Mongolia, you know.
The streets.
The
Ambitious.
The road of Mongolia.
The dirt roads of Mongolia. You'll be fine. It's a great place to learn. What's the next PKA adventure? The car one?
It's a UK survival trip where you go into the woods and you're not allowed to shoot anything or kill anything, so you just get really pissed off really quickly. And there's no guys with cookies given out or.
We survive in the concrete jungle of New York. We'll have to hunt and gather for food and shelter.
Do you bring money to this trip?
No, and you fight off homeless people.
Really? So we just do a. No, that sounds awful.
Homeless in New York. PK Adventure 2.
If we're gonna be homeless somewhere, it should be at a warmer city like
Yeah.
Dallas.
Go to California.
With a lot of food, things in walking distance.
I've
And
got it. It even is it an onomatopoeia? What is it when the first letter's all the same?
that's palindrome. Wait,
Nope.
first letter's
Palindrome, same forward and backwards.
alliteration?
Yeah, an alliteration. Homeless in Honolulu. That's where you want to do it. 82 degrees every day, all year.
We brought our survival expert Roscoe in. He's been living on the streets for 15 years now. Ain't that right, Roscoe?
He gutted a drifter last week.
You got no
Sounds like he is a drifter.
Roscoe would pipe up. He come at me with his knife. Yeah, that would be no fun. I saw Bear Grylls do like an urban survival thing one time.
Did he?
Yeah.
What is with that cigarette?
What about it?
Stop smoking.
When I run out, I'll stop.
Okay, where are they?
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
we could have
telling
a
you.
crazy accident where they end up in the fire.
I know. Oh, what a tragedy that would be. Then sexy Chiz will come that much sooner.
I feel like Chiz, if you don't want to get like so much grief over this, you should have shown the survival aspects of the cigarette. You should be using the filter to filter water. You should be using the rest as kindling. You should be showing off why we need those cigarettes.
I'm doing all of that with each and every puff.
Chiz is out here detoxing slowly. It might not look it, but his like, how many cups of coffee do you have a day? 10, 12?
That's a good number, yeah.
10 or 12 cups of coffee a day.
10 or 12 cups of coffee a day. Now he's down to 1 or 2.
Shitty cups as well, not good cups.
Yeah.
They're quite bad. I had a cup of it last night.
I mean, it tastes delicious when you haven't had any.
It did. It was better than any black coffee I've ever had in my life, but it was still just.
How do you remember to have 10 to 12 cups of coffee a day?
How do I what?
Remember. Like, I forget to have coffee I try and have
I
coffee in the
drink
morning
it,
before I
and then
get to...
go, I'm out of coffee.
Are you one of those people who ends up like your cup of coffee goes cold?
I do that a
Not
lot,
often.
too.
It's more that I wake up in the morning for work.
Well,
We've
I
got
have
like
so
a...
many, I'm allowed to have a little margin for error with the cup going cold, you know.
We've got like a coffee machine where you put pods in and it makes like lattes or
Of course.
Americanos
You
and stuff like
can't
that.
do that with a pot
And I-
coffee, you know.
Yeah, but I don't like pot coffee. It tastes like... This just doesn't taste very
Don't
good.
curse. It's a family show.
Wait, what happened?
I don't know, he was saying pot coffee and he...
I censored myself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It tastes
But yeah. So he's down from 10 to 12 cups of coffee to 1, and he's down from.
How many
tons of
cigarettes do you smoke a day?
to Pounds of cigarettes. And when he runs out of cigarettes, he'll be done.
Do you do a pack a day?
like 3/4.
How much is in a pack? 20?
Yeah.
20.
If I smoke a pack a day, that's a rough day. I can remember like actually going through the whole pack like on a work day, and at the end of it being able to feel it. Like there's like a, I don't know, a heavy feeling in the top of my chest, and
Yeah.
Your lungs don't work as well. You don't get the same kind of oxygen exchange that everybody else does. We can fix that.
We will. They'll run out soon enough. I'm not buying any more. But I'm not going to throw $20 away, too.
Oh, well, that's the service I provide. You should have said something.
No. I need them. I don't feel good. Internet.
I'm on the same page as Chiz here. Those last few cigarettes of your last pack or so, every one of them, he's smoking with the mindset, like, these are the last few, these are the last few.
Yeah.
Are you going to go to
Part of the
e-cigarettes
process.
or
No.
nicotine patches just straight off of it?
No, just straight off. which I feel like you're not giving me enough credit for. You
No,
know?
that's why I was asking, because I think that is much bolder and stronger
Yeah,
move
no one
than
thinks I
to.
can do it, but I can.
If you believe you can, that's.
Well, I did a week at Woody's.
For the team building event.
Yeah, you know, I did 24 hours when I got here too, and it was just the fucking. I just felt so shitty. I needed a cigarette, and then I'm just gonna smoke the rest of them, not keep them around. And then it'll be
He's
good.
very good at quitting. He's done it several times already. For those of you who think he can't, take that.
Come on, fire, stay a fire.
If you want, you can throw something bigger on it.
I might do that.
Those sticks on the backside have been baking for a while.
Those ones, yeah.
That noise you're hearing right now, those are all toads mating.
Mating, huh?
It's the males calling to the females.
Ah.
I want that pussy. I want that pussy.
Everything you hear in the forest is just a big, like, orgy call. Booty calls left and right.
Someone should do that video where they take the, they take a soundtrack of the forest noises and then subtitle everything that's going on
Pussy.
there.
Yeah, like, and all of a sudden you hear like a wolf.
Let's
fuck! And it's like pussy. That's all it
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, you could get really creative with that.
Make me pizza.
I mean, the fireflies are lighting up to fuck. The frogs are yelling to fuck. Any noise or really, think about the flamingos and their whole thing. All the things that we think are striking and interesting about animals, they're just trying to fuck.
See now, we talked earlier about how if we were to like restart humanity, how it would be really difficult. Would that really be the first link? So you haven't got condoms or anything, so contraception isn't a thing.
Yeah.
Like having sex,
You can put a
that
frog
wouldn't
on
be
your
the
dick.
top of my priority list because that's another baby to feed. Like that's another human to feed.
No, well,
You pull out, you fuck in the ass,
I'm
the
sure
rhythm
you.
method.
Whoa.
The rhythm method is highly
The
effective. If
rhythm
you-
method.
It is.
Please explain.
You know what the woman's menstrual cycle is, and so you just don't. Chiz, there's a large caterpillar right by your cup. Check that thing out. And you have sex when the woman is not
Look.
ovulating, when she's not fertile.
right there.
Yeah. See it?
Where's your light? I gotta get mine.
Wait, where?
It's to the right of my cup.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Oh, it's not that big.
Oh, it's
I
on
saw
a
it from here. That's the only. I was like, damn, that's a big one.
it's on a
Give me a
stick.
machete. Keep the light on it. I'm gonna throw it into the fire.
The machete.
Well, he's making his way away from the fire, though.
Well, he's bothering my cup.
He's fleeing a bombed-out city, and you're gonna toss him back in?
Yeah, it's like World War II.
Wow.
Hamburg. Good fire
Berlin.
bombing.
So, I'm going to record this because I am going to take full credit for being a very city-born person. But I was. Sorry?
Are there any bubbles in there?
Bubbles.
That water's so fucking hot, Chiz. It's been in there for an hour.
I don't know how hot you need your
That
water.
water
Yeah, it's not bubbling,
evaporated
but-
so long ago.
It's not though, because when I pulled out my coffee one and did it, it was just lukewarm. Like it's not boiling.
So, Woody, could
Finger in it.
you explain to me what I did wrong and how I should best fix myself?
You want some tips on your fire?
Definitely, I think I'm not going to be the only one that is shit at making fires.
Well, okay, I think you didn't put enough fuel on it. And the fuel you did put on it was kind of laying across the bottom of the coals when you want to have at least some vertical orientation to the logs.
Kyle's going to demonstrate how to make a proper fire right now in front of us.
In 3 or 4 sticks, the guy's got a foot tall, right? That's what you do. Now there's airflow underneath. And
Oh,
more
look at
than that,
what a
watch,
man.
watch what's happening here. Do you see this thing in the middle? It's called a chimney. It's being directed through that center hole up through the chimney, and you'll get big spikes of heat coming out of it.
And also, notice how none of them are in Chiz's water. It's a very important part.
The hottest part of the fire is right above it. All the heat's rising. All the
yeah.
heat's concentrated. You want your.
coals, I thought you were going to say. I don't know who's right.
I think it's up. I think it's up top.
I think it's the top. All the heat goes up.
Because the top of a flame is always the hottest.
Yeah.
Like the blue part on a lighter. Like that's not. So
But yeah,
hot.
do you see how in the sticks he put, he got altitude?
Yes, definitely.
That's good work right there.
You know,
The
someone
Native
has made a
Americans
fire
will be
before.
proud of this fire right here.
There's a way to just use one log, but I'm not a professional.
Use one log?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. My
They call it Swedish oven or something.
my friend who's the seer.
Yeah.
People listening who don't know what a seer is, they're the people who train like down pilots and Navy SEALs and stuff how to survive. It's like survival, escape, rescue, and evasion, something like that. Anyway, he would just get one log and a thick knife, and then he'd start banging the knife with the other log, turning it into like a hatchet, and he'd make kindling off it, and then the kindling would get bigger and bigger and bigger until he could make a cool fire out of a log. I tried it, and it was a tremendous amount of work. I just pick up sticks.
I can't even pick up sticks. So Woody just put this humongous log on the fire.
I think we're good, Kyle.
That log there, the big one, the really, really big one.
Not fucking around.
There's real surviving this.
Yeah.
Or something.
I'm gonna burn down some hammocks.
We're gonna melt some campers.
Including a British one.
It's a good idea, though. I think we're about to go to sleep fairly soon, so...
Kyle, has Chiz figured out we're cooking him?
Not yet.
I thought I was rubbing lotion on me. This is gravy. What?
What part would you eat first?
Of a viewing?
Yeah.
I'm thinking thigh. No, you say.
I'm gonna eat the thumb muscle. Right there.
Because
Look
it's
at
the
your-
most tastiest.
Yeah, it is. Look
Yeah.
at your thumb. Now imagine that the thumb part is a drumstick. Like, grab that as the handle. Now all that delicious muscle that extends all the way to the middle of your palm is a big fucking chicken leg.
Yeah.
That's a big
Don't you
chunk
know
of
this?
muscle.
Everybody knows the thumb is the tastiest part of the human.
Yeah, that's what I'd eat
Tender.
next time.
Alright.
Next time.
Well, we've...
Can you do thumb exercise?
I play video games.
What's that?
I play video games.
Yeah. Chiz has got beefy thumb muscles, I bet.
I bet we all do.
We've probably got better than average for sure.
We'll go have a thumb war later and really prove it. I think the fire just drilled a hole through that log.
Oh, it totally did, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Not exactly, but
It's getting there.
It's gonna happen.
yeah, it's gonna happen. Those coals are deep and hot. A lot of heat coming off the
Patrick is curiously bad at stoking the fire back up.
He is curiously bad at it, if I'm being honest,
He
but
doesn't even know you have to add wood again.
It's
Alright,
just that
well,
I haven't
will
done
let him
this very
slide on
much.
that part, but I
Really?
We're
It's-
like, hey, the fire's done.
How are you
So
gonna
it
make a
just starts
4-foot fire
blowing
without
on it.
adding more wood to it?
well, you know, everybody makes a little mistake every
I
now
get
and
that
then.
he's not even American. No one has high expectations for him.
I don't think he analyzed the situation fully before he did it. I think he just sort of reacted and was like, oh, more? And he's used to blowing, so he just didn't consider more wood.
That's curiously bad.
Well, it's his first time.
Yeah.
Except yesterday.
I mean,
I've been starting fire since I was 5 or 6.
I'm right there with
there's
you.
really only two parts though: wood and oxygen.
I usually
and-
use gasoline.
Hey, I went
and
for...
some
I was
sort of time to-
50% there.
What?
I went for the oxygen. But,
There you were.
yeah, I'm from a concrete jungle, not a wood jungle.
Yeah, so Patrick's curiously bad, and Chiz hasn't done anything.
Nope.
Yeah, I'd say I'd give myself A star for effort.
No, you already ranked me at number 3 for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why. Chiz isn't even taking his turn.
Because he knows what he's
Fire
doing, I think, is the
And he's
difference.
the closest to the fire, if I'm
He's got
being
a
honest.
cigarette in his hand. He's clearly starting fires constantly. How many cigarettes do you have left, motherfucker?
I'm not telling you that.
Oh. Next time you get water, you'll have fewer. I'm gonna fix you, boy.
He's a bad
I
man.
could use some water. I feel
Well, have
like...
fun.
Huh?
Have fun. It's a long fucking process, and that is a dark ass area.
I'm hoping that Woody gets thirsty soon because I feel like he owes me a bottle of water.
He does, technically.
I'm fine on water. Kyle filled mine.
Yeah.
That's probably that's the biggest IOU I think of the whole trip is filling.
Wait. Just to tell the story properly, I started the fire while he filled the water.
I'm not even gonna get started about your... You started the fire, and I went and pumped that thing for 10 minutes. I feel like mine was harder.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Really?
And I'm not complaining by any means.
It takes a long.
I was happy to
I mean, you
pump
saw
your
how
water.
long. I don't know if you noticed. Me and Patrick were there for a long time, like 10-15 minutes.
I have never considered pumping the water to be hard.
That's
Not-
why I make sure to do it before it gets dark.
It's not hard work, but it's time consuming.
It's just long.
And
then you check your bottle and you're like, oh fuck, really? An eighth?
it takes about I would guess it takes probably 50 pumps to fill a bottle.
More than that for an Nalgene.
It takes longer to get a fire going.
Takes longer to get here
Well,
from
what
the
you're
United
doing
Kingdom.
does.
Oh, I don't have gas.
That's your first mistake. I've made so many gasoline fires the last 2 weeks.
Oh, that's how I do it.
I literally went through 40 gallons and burned it all.
We keep 30 gallons on the estate all the time. There's always fire to start bonfire, or gas to start bonfire.
So this is the big difference. There's no reason for me to ever start a fire.
Gasoline makes the starting part like instantaneous. You just soak the fuck out of it and make there's lots of ways to do it, but I enjoy throwing something that's already on fire into the fire.
I like to pour gasoline along the side of the fire pit and onto the grass, and then I light it, and you can see it run to the fire.
I've literally never ever poured gasoline.
Cocksucker. Wow.
It's a different world.
It was the stick
Yeah,
spot.
you did.
Yeah, blame the stick.
It was the stick's fault.
So she has literally just
I need something alive.
put the.
There's.
You had a. What do you have? A muffin on a stick.
Yeah, you grab a knife and cut a little limb off the tree and have yourself a nice skewer.
He had a muffin on a stick and then it drops off, and Kyle really liked that.
I thought it was really funny because I was in the process of telling him he was doing it wrong.
And then it fell off.
then it went wrong.
Yeah. So it was just perfect for me.
How did you mess up heating up a muffin?
He drops it in the fire.
I've never heated up a muffin over a fire, of course, but I would imagine you wouldn't want to put it like directly into the flames.
Yeah, but then it gets really crispy.
Well, I feel like, see that area.
See, there's not enough surface tension to hold it on here.
I think a muffin's flammable.
That's because the stick's too thick.
Confirmed a muffin is
Yeah, but I
flammable.
can't
We've
go
seen one go up
You
already.
need a green one that you take off of a tree.
Have you done it again?
All right.
No, we're losing muffins here. We're
I'm taking over this mustard, this muffin game we got going on.
I mean, that looks still edible to me.
The Muffin Man did not give those to us. The wait, got it.
I'm gonna die out here. Oh god, Rich, right? I'll shoot those muffins into the
It'll all be
fire.
over then.
What if I lasso the muffin, tie a knot like that? Well, that cracked. Don't know if that's snoring or groaning.
Who thinks we're about to say goodbye to muffin number 3?
So it's Kyle's turn to ruin another muffin.
We're making muffins.
I mean, we did find them in the forest.
We literally did.
Like, that's no joke, that bit.
The eating of the muffins.
Muffin on a stick. Looks like a marshmallow, but it's a muffin. So what are you hoping happens here with this this muffin? Like, what is the aim for heating it up?
Oh, nothing. We're just incredibly bored in the woods.
It'll be nice and crispy and creamy at the same time.
Yeah, that.
Crispy and creamy.
Yeah, like a marshmallow. It's crispy on the outside, but the entire inside is gooey, creamy, like semen.
Oh.
Wow.
That's as long as I'm standing by the fire. That's hot as fuck.
Here's enough.
Triangle muffin.
I'm a little disappointed, to be honest.
Well, I mean-
Not enough of a charge.
Is it warm?
It's fucking hot as hell.
That's good.
I
Positive sign.
guess. Well,
You have to eat it in one as well.
in one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Thoughts?
Oh yeah, that's the cheese, I know.
Mhm.
How can you get that stick in your mouth?
All the way.
It's actually not bad if you heat it up.
Don't eat just the top of it. No one likes that.
Those things expired a week ago, in case anyone out there at Videoland's wondering. That's why the old man was giving them away.
Yep.
But we don't mind a bit around here.
We ain't gonna die.
I'm happy to
It's sure not gonna be by expired muffins if anyone's dying.
Crawfish really filled me up. I couldn't eat another bite for days.
When I saw that crawfish utilize shit instead of internal organs, I knew then that crawfish were not for me, and that you would have a full belly of crawfish that night.
Both crawfish combined for maybe a crab leg, probably less.
Even that's optimistic.
Yeah,
Very
it wasn't much
optimistic.
of a meal.
No, it was more like a crumb. A fishy, maybe some poop, crumb.
There was so much shit in that crawfish. Like, what has he been eating? I think
Shit.
crawfish eat shit.
Yeah, they do.
Like, he was so full of shit.
My wife says that. So, it's the end of day 2, and my spirits are kind of high. I don't know if you guys saw my confessional from last night, but I was doing a lot. I was catching fish, I worked on the structure, I started the fire, Chiz kept saying, you're MVP, which I thought was stupid. Today was, well, a stupid position to be, right? A really good spot to be would someone else be MVP and you eat his food. So today, I was not. I slept the day away, conserved my energy. It's nighttime now, we're hanging out by the fire, and I'm actually in pretty high spirits. Hungry, real hungry, but I don't know, I feel good. I'm kind of excited about this mission of fixing Chiz. Like he drinks 10 to 12 cups of coffee a day, and on this trip, one. He has headaches right now from the lack of caffeine. It's essentially detox. I don't know what he normally smokes a day in terms of cigarettes, but he's at a 3/4 pack right now, and he'll probably run out tomorrow, I think, and then he'll be done smoking and be pretty much off coffee. And oh, I heard a fish, or a frog or something. But anyway, that has turned out, in my opinion, to be one of the coolest aspects of this trip. Like, Chiz has got his act together in a lot of important ways, but fitness is not one of them. So, good God, I'm not some Adonis or anything, but, if he were to get from where he is to where I am, then that would be a major step forward, and I feel like I can help him with that. So, anyway, end of night 2, that's where I am. Oh, and by the way, this is a small thing, and I'm trying to keep my inner douchebag in control over it, but I supplied them with a tent cot, because Chiz can't hang in a hammock. And they took the rain fly and put it in front of the cot and laid it on the floor like a doormat. I've had this thing for like 10 years. I've taken it all over the place. It means something to me. And I don't know why. Like, fuck, seriously? Like, you took my rain fly and they made it a front porch. They took all their shit and put it across it. And whenever he stepped out of the little cot, his feet would go on the rain fly. And I brought it up 3 or 4 times today. They're sorry. They moved it. I need to drop it. I even have a spare rain fly. I don't know why, but it's like they hurt my feelings by messing up my stuff that way. It's not a big deal. I need to let it go. But it's like, what were you thinking? I would never treat your things like that. So I guess they probably just weren't thinking. It wasn't an intent deal, but my mission tomorrow is not to mention it all and to put it in the past. But they fucked up my shit. And I wouldn't have done that to them, but it's not a big deal. We're gonna fix Chiz. That's the primary mission. And then in terms of survival, all I really did today is die slowly. I didn't find any food, but I laid in the hammock and didn't burn too many calories, and got all the water oh, that's an issue. The water filter appears to be clogging, and it's working less well every time. So I'm hoping it makes it till Friday. And that's that. Cut.
Okay, so this is the end of day 2. This is our first full day. Didn't go very well. It didn't go badly, but it didn't go very well. I got up at about 9 and got dressed and got my gun begrudgingly and I went out in the woods and started hunting. And I must have, I don't know, I walked for probably 45 minutes and I figured I'd covered my little area, so I actually got in the car and I drove to the other end of this place and hunted there for maybe an hour. And along the way, I actually ran into some guy in a pickup truck who was giving away cookies and muffins. And I'm glad Patrick saw him at some point, because I don't think anyone would have believed me. But they're saying that that's surviving since I got it out here, so that counts as food. So got some muffins today. Made that happen. Pretty proud of myself. But no fucking squirrels to be seen. That's really discouraging. There are fish in the water that's, right there. But we can't get them out of it. They hide up under the banks. There's a couple of catfish in a little pool of water created by some beavers. That's the situation, and just can't catch them. So that's all frustrating. The hunger's hard to deal with. I'm not used to going multiple days with, I don't know, little to no food pretty much. Not happy with that. I think tomorrow we're going to kill that chicken and boil him up, make some chicken soup. That'll be nice. Looking forward to that. As far as complaints from those guys, Chiz was pretty lazy today. Chiz didn't want to do much. He looked out of his little thing over there and looked at me when I came back with the muffins, and he had like refugee eyes. He looked like one of those poor refugees who's like, they've lost their family, they've been pushed to some foreign country, and they're not familiar with their environment, and they're just sad and downtrodden. That's what Chiz looks like right now. I think he's having a rough time. Woody's doing really well. I think Woody's contributing as much as he can, but what are you gonna do? There's not much we can do out here. Can't get any animals to come near us. Can't seem to find them either. I don't know what we're gonna do for food the day after tomorrow, but I guess we'll just deal with it. This has been a really shitty trip. I'm here and I'm doing the thing because I said I would, but if there was any way that I could just be like, you know what, fuck this shit, and like go get in my car and go home, I'd totally do that. I'm not enjoying the trip, not having fun. It's good to be with my friends, and Patrick there is a cool guy, but I don't want to be doing this. I don't think there will be another survival trip. We'll find something more fun next time that's just as entertaining for the viewers and not so miserable for us, but that's day 2.
So, coming up to the end of day, day 2's over. It's night 2's about to begin, basically. Kind of a lackadaisical day today. A lot of chilling around and stuff. We went and got some more firewood. Kyle was definitely... We did PKN today. I thought that went well. Kyle was definitely the weak link again today. As you guys know, as you've seen probably at the top of this video or another video, he was given some cookies and muffins from a generous old man. And he took them, put them in the truck, and didn't bring them back, even though I told him to bring them back. Me and Woody were very upset with him. And yeah, he lost a lot of points for that one. I don't know. And then he went to his truck and ate about 12 cookies, just saying. We didn't kill the chicken today, which was unfortunate. Not really looking forward to eating that chicken anyway. I don't think anyone is, to be honest. Patrick also declined the cookies from the generous old man. He too was offered them when he went up to the road. Declined them. That was a mistake. You don't spit in God's face when God gives you bountiful gifts. And Patrick kind of did that. But yeah, Kyle definitely let us down today. He didn't bring some necessary audio equipment either. That was kind of important. But we made do with what we did for PKN. But yeah, Kyle was kind of doing his own thing today. Kind of left the group for a good couple of hours. Yeah, Patrick, you see something? I'm looking up.
I heard something.
I heard something too. I don't know quite what it is. I don't want to get attacked in the middle of my confessional. That would be unfortunate. Yeah, Woody took a lot of naps today. Gonna be honest, took a lot of naps today. There's a couple points, when Kyle had to leave for a certain thing. I thought we would all get firewood as a group together, but Woody was sleeping, so I didn't want to do it alone because it's a lot of work to do it alone. But we ended up doing that a lot later and got our fire started kind of late. We need to get that done more earlier in advance. I feel like it sneaks up on us every time and it gets dark rather quick here. But yeah, that's day 2. Kind of fucked us with the cookies and the treats and stuff, and we took a lot of naps. I have just been murdering it. I'm feeling kind of shitty though. I haven't had a lot of coffee. I just had a nasty big cup of coffee. It was really disgusting. I still have a migraine though, so that sucks. Hopefully that goes away tomorrow. It'd be nice if we plan to kill the chicken early tomorrow, so hopefully if we get a fire going in the morning, I can get some coffee throughout the day there. It'd be nice if we could. I know it's hot, but it'd be nice to keep a fire going for majority of the day and night, because, you know, Patrick likes to eat and I like my coffee. So that's pretty much it for day 2. I'm feeling kind of shitty, a little disappointed with Kyle. Tensions are hot right now. Someone might die on this trip via malnutrition or murder, we don't know yet, or random wildlife that's somewhere over there in that fucking creek. Wasn't a reassuring noise, that's for sure. And yeah, that was day 2. Send help. This survival trip, PK 2015, is brought to you by our friends BattleBox.com. Check out the link in the description below and the annotation on screen. We want to thank them. They're an awesome monthly service with all kinds of cool survival and like bug out gear and all that stuff. So I want to thank them for making this video series possible and letting us do this trip. So please check out the links down below. Click the annotation, support those guys because they're supporting us. Thank you.